Hello and welcome to Bigger Flips. I'm continuing the series of things a seller might say that indicate they are not a good lead. This is part 2. So one of the first questions we ask, and I'll tell you exactly how we ask it, is when do they want to sell? So we will ask, and this is the way we ask it. We say, assuming we can come together on the price and all the major details, which is future pacing them that this is going to work, when do you want to sell it? Now we all know the good answers, right? Right away, yesterday, in 2 weeks, immediately, in a month, or even like, I don't know, because I'm building a house and it may take longer. That's good too, because then they really can't sell and they can't be on a regular buyer's timeline. So those are good answers. There are a lot of bad answers, right? Bad answer is, I don't know, you called me, I'm not sure, not sure. That's a bad answer, right? It doesn't mean that they're a dead deal, but that they're not a good lead, but it's a bad indicator. So we really double that up with a second question, which is, why do you want to sell, right? We may say something like, that's a great area. Why would you ever want to sell something there? There are a lot of good answers to that. There's a million good answers. I don't want to go through all the answers. I need to get out. I can't afford it, whatever. I inherited it. And then there are bad answers, which are similar to the earlier bad answers, which are something along the lines of, I don't know. I'm in no rush. I don't know. You called me. If someone ever strikes out on both of those, they don't give a good answer on the when, and they don't give a good answer on the why, at that point we push back immediately. So we would say something like the magic 3 sentences, right? We're investors. We have to buy properties at a discount to make a profit. It sounds like we're not a good fit. Now, sometimes the people are just not being honest with you. Sometimes they really do need to sell fast. They just don't want to tell that to you. And they have a great reason to sell. They just don't want to tell that to you. When you push back, you'll get to the bottom of that. So really only one of two things happens when you push back. You eliminate the jerks who are wasting your time, or the truth comes out from the people that really need your help. So there's a system on how to ask these things, and I think it's important that you ask them. We asked them in the beginning. In the old days, when I used to call people, I used to say to them, "Tell me a little bit about the house." And sometimes I had to be on the phone for 25 minutes with someone explaining how their grandfather, this was a forest. The grandfather cut down the trees and built a log cabin here. I'm not interested in that, right? But I'm interested in getting into whether I can help this person and possibly buy the house or not. So you want to ask those questions really the way I just told you and in the order I just told you. And if someone really strikes out, whiffs on both of the first two, you want to push back immediately. Because if they are not serious, you don't want to waste more time with them, right? You want to spend 30 seconds, 45 seconds with them instead of 15 minutes. So you want to ask when and you want to ask why. And if they don't have good answers on both of them, now sometimes they have a good answer on when and not a good answer on the why. If they even pass one of those two, I'll move forward with the call. We'll talk about in part 3 what the next steps of the call are, but this is an indicator. If someone has a good answer of when or good answer and not a good answer of why, they're probably not a good lead. You want to push back. Occasionally they are. By pushing back, you'll get to that, but you want to push back as soon as you can. So if you're interested in finding out more about the scripts that I use to talk to sellers, just comment scripts with your name and your email address, and I'll send you a copy of my script and you can see what goes on with it. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you very, very much for watching.